say that I've done anything wrong, legally and constitutionally. So therefore I feel confident. But then again, one has to face whatever, if they want to go into the illegal and the unconstitutional mode, well, that is different.
Yes, but also, of course, they can't. There are a lot of things they can't do anyway, because as the Nation reported, I mean, you in fact were able, before you resigned on August the 18th, to negotiate immunity from civil and prosecution charges that might come from your 9 years. That was an important thing for you, that?
Yes, yes indeed. All the actions that I took, whether it was 99 or beyond, have legal cover, constitutional and legal. So therefore, yes, it was the same Supreme Court with an 11-member bench which has passed judgments declaring whatever I did as quite all right.
And in terms of them coming against you on legal points, I mean, presumably the immunity would cover anything they brought up.
Immunity is, I don't know what the President of Pakistan has immunity when in office, but beyond that he doesn't have immunity as such. But as I said, the actions have been legalized through Supreme Court judgments.
So that you would be confident. In that situation, could they bring in the thing to the exit veto, whereby once you go back to Pakistan you're not allowed to leave again? Could they do that to you?
Well, it has legal hitches. There has to be a case against me. There is no case against me in the courts. The case has to be under trial, and so at the moment there is no such possibility.
Right, but Mr. Chowdhury is said to have a file that he's going through about you. He said to have.
Everyone maintains files on each other. Unfortunately, yeah. I keep saying that one has to, with what Pakistan is facing, we ought to be looking forward. Instead of getting bogged down against each other, we need to look at the country. We need to save the country and move it forward on the path of progress and development. So that if we keep getting bogged down in past events and also get bogged down in personal vendettas, I'm afraid Pakistan will keep suffering.
Right. But just on that one point, they can't put you on the exit control list, you're saying?
Well, no, I wouldn't say, couldn't say that. It is the courts who have to decide. But from legal points of view, as I said, there is no reason absolutely.
Let's go back to the beginning of your presidency.
As I understand the legalities.
Yeah, I bet you do. Yeah. Let's go back to the first days when your coup succeeded in 1999. Was in fact Nawaz Sharif's unconditional surrender, as you put it, over Kargil, was that the thing that made you feel he's got to go?
No, not at all. Not at all. He went and, although he keeps projecting that I sent him to United States to talk to President Clinton to save the army from Kargil and all that, which is absolutely wrong. He went himself, and the army was perfectly fine, whatever it had done, and we were very confident. But as far as he must go, my decision, no, I didn't take such a decision at all. I was in Sri Lanka. In fact, just a few days before I went to Sri Lanka, he had made me the chairman of Joint Chiefs of Staff Committee and the Army Chief, both of them, for which I was thankful. And I went to Sri Lanka fully confident about the situation. And in fact, throughout my 1-year stay as Army Chief, I always told him that Pakistan is in trouble, but the Army is prepared to assist you, help you. And that is how we helped him in Wapda. We helped him even to establish military courts. It was only when I was coming back from Sri Lanka that he himself decided not to allow me to enter Pakistan and to leave Pakistan airspace and go into some other country, wherever. The air bases, the airports were all there was a blackout in all airports. We couldn't land anywhere. We were forced to go out. So all this happened, and that is how the army reacted on ground. I was not even in contact with them.
No, that's right, and there were buses and other things blocking the runway in Karachi and so on. And how many minutes gas did you have left?
7 or 8 minutes, I think. And the pilot told me if there is a jerk or a air pocket, we'll crash.
Really? So it was that close, that close. Of course, very soon 9/11 changed your presidency, didn't it, really?
Well, from some points of view positively, some points of view negatively, because I think I had an agenda. The Supreme Court gave me 3 years, and they also said that I cannot bring about major constitutional changes. Now, in those 3 years, I had an agenda to reform the civil services, restructure the government, which I couldn't do then because of the distraction after 9/11 to fight terrorism, extremism, Al-Qaeda, and then finally Taliban, etc. It was a total distraction. So those 3 years couldn't be used fully concentrating on the progress and development of the state and welfare, well-being of the people.
But I mean, was it a difficult decision to take, to join the alliance against the Taliban and against terror? I mean, did that cut off some of your options within Pakistan?
No, I think it was a very, very right decision from Pakistan's point of view. I mean, even when Taliban were in Afghanistan, and we were the only country who had recognized the Taliban and had our mission there. The other two were Saudi Arabia and UAE, but they had closed their missions. I always believed, and I even told President Clinton this when he came in 2000, when he said that he was trying to tell me that Pakistan ought to break relations. I said the opposite strategy. I said everyone should recognize them, open their missions so that we can change them from within. I understood that they are very obscurantist in their views. We don't want that kind of Islam in Pakistan. So we don't want Talibanization in Pakistan. So while we had our mission, certainly we, not only I, but the whole government and the whole of people of Pakistan didn't want that kind of obscurantism in Pakistan. So it was easy for me to take a decision that was the favorable decision. We didn't want that kind of Islam in Pakistan.
So who do you think today is the greater threat to Pakistan and the world between the Taliban and Al-Qaeda?